Hey guys, it's Robin the Lady Biker. How is everyone doing today? In my previous video, I shared how breathtaking it was to ride through the southern part of Western Australia. However, little did I know what awaited us in the following days. Following a night filled with laughter and amusement, we were greeted with a beautiful day, beginning with a hearty family-style breakfast, a quick ride briefing, refueling. It was time for an incredible journey. Gathering in a queue for a ride that day, it was fascinating to observe the group's dynamic. As a motorcycle rider, I have frequently heard the phrase, "It doesn't matter what you ride, as long as you ride." Yet this group, in particular, embodies that philosophy. With motorcycles from various brands and riders hailing from diverse locations worldwide, Glow and those associated with us are exceptional individuals. As we rode through the town, I couldn't help but notice the curious stares we received from the locals. Riding in a group of 40-plus motorcycles through the small town of Esperence was bound to draw attention. And when people realized that more than half of us were women, their reactions were priceless. It's amusing how some find it unusual that so many women can be empowered to take on such an incredible adventure with the support of those around them. As we started our journey towards Cape Le Grand National Park by heading east from Esperance, we encountered our first obstacle of the day. Google Maps failed to provide us with accurate information about the road conditions along our route, and we had to traverse several kilometers of a dirt road. Unfortunately, the road was undergoing maintenance to resurface it, resulting in varying levels of packed dirt, ruts, and gravel, making it a challenging experience. The primary obstacle was the anxiety of the less experienced riders in the sizable group. Even though the road was reasonably navigatable, even for the bigger cruising motorcycles, the main apprehension was that one of the riders might panic and have an accident in the middle of such a large group. Despite the tears and fears, everyone rode gracefully, and I was incredibly proud of those who confronted their fear of riding on dirt. Wait, Tears and Fears? Wasn't that a pop band from the 80s? After completing our 56-kilometer, roughly 35-mile trip, we finally arrived at Cape Le Grand National Park. The park was established by the Australian Parks and Wildlife Department in 1966 and was named after Le Grand, one of the officers who explored the coastline in 1792 on the Esperance. I wonder if I said that correctly. The landscape of the park has been above sea level for well over 200 million years and was never glaciated, which allowed primitive relic species to thrive and create some breathtaking landscapes. Our initial destination for the day was Cape Le Grand Beach. Despite the cold and windy morning, the beach was a sight to behold. The gently sloping hills that led down to the crystal clear blue-green waters of the Southern Ocean on the east, and the miles of pristine white sand stretched out to the west, created a truly breathtaking scenery. It was while standing at the water's edge of Cape Le Grand that I realized I was gazing upon the waters of the fourth ocean I have encountered in my lifetime. It was a moment that is hard to put into words. To think that I have been blessed to witness so many spectacular and awe-inspiring things leaves me at a loss for words. After taking in the beauty of Cape Le Grand Beach, we hopped back on the motorcycles and headed towards our next stop, Hellfire Bay. It was fascinating to see how different the two locations were. Hellfire Bay was a true representation of a bay with steep, rugged cliffs that led down to a small but incredibly clear and pristine stretch of sand and water. And for those who enjoy hiking, the climb up the rocks to gain an aerial view was definitely worth the effort. After being awestruck by the beauty of both Cape LeGrand Beach and Hellfire Bay, it seemed impossible to imagine a place more stunning. However, as we reached the top of the hill leading to Lucky Bay, I was proven wrong. The sheer grandeur of Lucky Bay cannot be put into words, and even video fails to capture its true beauty. The founder of Glow and our road captain, Kathy, had mentioned that we would ride on the beach and take a group photo at Lucky Bay. Initially, I was skeptical and kept thinking to myself, this girl is crazy. Doesn't she know how heavy my Harley is? It's not meant for sand. But after surveying the area, I was confident that Scarlett could handle it, although I wasn't so sure about myself. Despite my apprehensions, sharing the experience with my twin sisters was priceless. Check out these incredible moments we captured on camera. And yes, even the guys joined in on the fun. We concluded our ride by enjoying a delicious lunch featuring some of the finest sausages from a nearby Esperence butcher. One of the joys of small towns in WA is the ability to support and enjoy truly local businesses. The food perfectly complemented the joy, mirth, and camaraderie that this group continues to share throughout the entire weekend. And then we headed back to our accommodations for a break before continuing an evening at Lucky Bay Brewing. The only thing better than the food was the company we kept. We even got to celebrate the birthday of a sister who had recently rejoined the group. It is safe to say that Western Australians know how to live life to the fullest. The day was filled with an abundance of stunning locations and even more remarkable people. And the best part? We still had one more day in the most beautiful place on earth, Esperence. Be sure to come back next week so you do not miss the final episode of this series, and just to see all the beauty that was the motorcycle tour of a lifetime.